We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the San Francisco 49ers. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making a play there.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 21 yards there on third down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the Niners are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Levis. He's got it complete, Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A 2nd down throw from Levis. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He's got room at the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Purdy bootlegging it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Purdy now to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. That's complete left side to Gray. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is indeed good. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And here's a give to Spears. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Levis. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are back within a score. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go play action here. Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn yet another first down. The Niners at 12-1 now to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Purdy. He's into space past the 25, and he takes it all the way down to the 22. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Let's go.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Track him 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Purdy. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Levis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Being chased out left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In motion right is Ridley. They'll throw it again with Levis. That one's taken in by Spears. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. In motion right is Davis. Levis to throw it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. One final shot before the half. Here's Levis. Well, that'll be incomplete. But he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a dump off here complete, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Here's Levis. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Hand off to Spears. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10. Here's Levis. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The extra point try now for Moody. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long.
You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Levis back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Levis on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it. No gain on the play. And it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's a run by Spears. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Down the numbers. There he goes. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works free. And they move this all the way down to the 9. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Levis sets up to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run. It's Henry. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Levis looking to throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Levis going back to the air. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, 49ers. Amari Cooper, 75 yards. And the 49ers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's three for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Levis. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action now, Levis. This one downfield to Burks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Levis looking to move him around a bit. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They shakes him off. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a handoff up the middle. Grubbs. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence,
and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Niners.